So guys, let's start with a new, continue with our new topic, which was control flow statements. We have briefly looked into what are control flow statements. Now let's start seeing them one by one. We start with decision-making statements. So here we are. Let me put a text box so that we separate it. So we are working right now on decision making. Yes. We had decision making statements. Yeah. So let's understand by way of a diagram, and then I'll give you a definition. So let me explain you the diagram first. So I'll put this diagram. So you can see this. What happens in a decision making statement is it moves on to a condition. Yeah. Now, if the condition is true, it will execute a particular code. Or if the condition is false, it will execute the next code, or it will move on to the end of the code. Yeah. So based on this condition, it will evaluate the conditional code. Yeah. So this is decision making. So based on the condition, the program is taking a decision whether this conditional code has to be executed or not. Yeah. So usually when I'm talking about decision-making statements, functionality, so in its keyword, usually, so when I'm talking about conditional statement, its keyword is, sorry. So when I'm talking about conditional statement, Python decision making uh, ability. So its keyword is if, else, or if, there could be another statement, then the else. Now, in this, the if keyword requires a Boolean expression. So if requires a Boolean expression followed by a colon symbol. The colon symbol starts an indented block. Yeah. So as soon as you type something on after if and the semicolon, it automatically puts up a indented block. Yeah. The statement with the same level of indentation are executed if the Boolean expression is true. If the expression is not true, that is false. Yeah. The interpreter bypasses the indented block. So this is not executed. The conditional code is not executed, and the false moves ahead with the other block. Yeah. So the decision structures evaluate multiple expressions. Decision statement evaluates multiple expressions, uh, which will probably multiple expressions which produce true or false as an outcome. So you will never have an expression apart from true and false. It's always a Boolean expression. That's what we can see in the above diagram. Yeah. So the Python language assumes any non-zero and none values as true. And it is either zero or null. Then it is assumed as false. So you need to be very careful about it. So that's another point to take care of. So Python assumes any non-zero and none values as true, and either zero or null, then it is assumed as false. So the Python programming languages provide following types of decision statement as we spoke about. So we have the first one was if statement. An if statement consists of Boolean expression followed by one or more statements. Yes. So the if statement, as I said, yes. Let me get this a little higher so that you can see it. Now, the next is if else statements. Yes. If else statement, an if statement can be followed by an optional else statement which executes when the Boolean expression is false. So in a above diagram, you'll see as soon as we move to false, there could be another expression or a conditional code which may execute when the condition is false. Yes. So the next is, as I said, once you have if else, then we have nested ifs. So you can have nested ifs. You can use one if or else if statements inside another if. Yeah. Which will execute if the if condition is true. So that could be nested ifs, which could help to execute multiple ifs statement one inside the other. So we'll see this as well. Yeah, you can use if else or if statement inside another if or else if statements. Yeah. So let's go through each decision making briefly. We'll start with the first one, that is if statement in a next code. So what are if statements? So let me start with this. So if statements, yes. We write this inside a text box so that we are clear on what we are doing. Okay. So I will put another statement to explain what is if statement. We'll try to get the syntax and then run a code to make you understand. So we start with if statements. Yes. Let me put a diagram so that before I get into explaining the statement, what happens. So we'll try to explain it with an example. Yeah. So a simple if statement. So this is simple if statement. So this is if statement. This is same what we have seen earlier, but I'm just putting it here so that you can relate it in a much better way. For if statement, what does it mean? Wherein I'll say, when I'm talking about if statement, Python if statement performs conditional execution. Yeah, it contains a logical expression using which data is compared and a decision is made based on the result of the comparison. Yeah, so let me put it this way. So Python if statement performs conditional execution. Now the syntax would look like this. Yeah, syntax of a if statement will look like this, the below. Yeah, see this. Yeah. So it will have a if statement, then it will have an expression, yeah, followed by a colon, and then you will have the other statement which has to be executed based on the if statement. So the if the Boolean expression evaluates to true, then the block statements inside if statement is executed. If Boolean expression evaluates to false, then the first set of code after the end of the line is executed. Yeah, which you can see above in the diagram. Yeah. So let's take an example. I will have one more picture which will try to make you understand how this could be taken in a real life scenario. Yes. Let me get it right. Okay. So let me work this example first. Yes. So I have, let us consider an example of a customer entitled for 10% discount, which you can see here. Yeah. Now, now this 10% discount is applicable only if he does a purchase of amount greater than 1,000. So as soon as he does a purchase of amount 1,000, so currently the discount is 0. Now the cashier inputs the amount for the purchase that the customer has done. Now suppose the amount is greater than 10,000. It will evaluate to true and the discount will be applicable and output would be amount minus the discount amount that was available. Or else if the amount is greater than 1,000, then it will automatically surpass or ignore the discount and give the output as, because the discount is 0, it will not give anything. So 1,000 minus or the amount whichever has been inputted minus 0, it will give you the output amount. Okay. In Python, we first set a discount variable to 0. That is what we have done. Because if the condition is not met, what is the discount supposed to be taken as? So that's why we evaluated the discounts to 0 first, and then we moved into the code. So let's write this code first so that we understand how it has got executed. So according to code, we first keep the discount as equals to 0. Yes. And amount, what I can do is we can take this as an input. So I say discount as 0. So discount has automatically evaluated to 0. Now we do is let the user input the amount. Yeah. So I'll ask for purchase amount. So I'll say P underscore amount. Yes. Or you can say for your purchase amount. Yeah. I'll say input in input, please enter the purchase amount. Yeah. Where I'll take an input convert it to int. If you have seen my earlier videos, you need to convert input. Input is a string. So I'm converting the input to integer. Then what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to check the value. So what I will do is check the purchase amount. How would I check it? By using the if condition. So if purchase amount, I'll take this variable. If it is greater than 1000, this is our expression. Yes, I'll put the colon, and as soon as I push enter, you will see it gets automatically indented. Yeah, you see there is a space, two space. So this is called indentation, so that we separate the block of code. So I'll say discount equals to, yes, previously we have assumed the discount as 0, but if the purchase amount is greater than 1000, then I'll say discount equals to amount into 10 divided by 100. Yes. So this is 10%. Yes. Amount. Okay. Sorry. Purchase amount. I need to put the entire purchase amount. Yes. And now I will print final amount to be paid by customer. That would be, yes, that would be purchase amount minus discount. Perfect. This is what we have thought of. So if a person is not buying anything, the discount or if he is buying something which is less than 0, less than 1000, it will automatically skip this code and will move to another code. So let's start by executing this code. Let's run this. So it will ask for the purchase amount. So the purchase amount, let's put less than 1000. So it could be 900. Let's see what is the output. You see there is no discount applicable. Automatically, the customer has to pay 900 because the discount is 0. Yeah. Let's execute the same thing this time with a purchase price which is 1500. Let's see whether discount gets applicable or not. See this? The discount has got applicable, wherein the 10% discount on a particular 1500 price is 150. So it has taken 150 as the discount price and it has subtracted it from 1500. That's why the final amount to be paid is 1350. Yeah. So this is how in the two code you can see, since it was less than 1000 this time and it has not applied any discount, whereas here since the amount was more than 1000, it has automatically applied the discount or applied the if condition code that has been applicable. So this is how you can see if condition works, where a particular flow can be moved based on the condition of the statement. Yes. I guess you liked how this worked. You understood it very well. In the next session, we'll work on the if-else statement.